All right, so this is segment one with La Monique Berrios from Bowling Federation in five, four, three, two. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Welcome back to VIOC in Action. We are here with your boy, with your host, Mr. Leon Hunt, better known as Mr. Rastbooks, one time for the one time count, cool, count, quench. And this is your number one sports show within the territory. Hey, what other place it is to go to for all your number one sports and VIOC in Action? And just like any other show, today we have a very special show. And we got special guests too because this is one of those this is one of those sports that I've had we had earlier battles in conversation with to identify, is this really a sport? So right now I have which, as you know, we're talking about Mrs. Sydney Paul, who plays bowling. That's not our guest today, but we got one of her teammates here, and we're gonna have to finalize and decide, or we're gonna have to reason to see, is bowling really a sport. But hey, one of my special guests today is Mrs. La Monique Berrios. Welcome to VIOC in Action. Hey, what's up?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am great, and man, everything is good, man. The Virgin Islands is good. Everything seems to be like they're coming back to the new norm, but we get in there
Yeah,
somewhere.
yes.
But as you guys out there in radio world, we are recording. We are practicing social distancing, so we're not in the studio together. But we will be one of these days, sooner or later. As soon as we get the
Hopefully,
right, as soon as we get the okay,
go
you
back
know.
to normal.
I know it. So, Mrs. La Monique, what's up, man?
Nothing, just, adjusting to the new life, I guess.
I know, I know.
Going through withdrawals. Bowling is not happening, but,
I,
gotta do what you gotta do.
so okay, so let's let the guests know who you are. I seen your name and everything in the paper. We actually been on some trips together, but hey, I know you kind of, and we're gonna let the people know. So, who is Mrs. La Monique?
Okay, so, everybody, my name is Lamonique Berrios. I am currently a college sophomore at Morgan State University. Of course, I compete in a MIAX on our bowling team. I'm an alumni of St. Clair Central High School. I graduated in 2019. And yeah, that's about it. I guess you could say that I'm the one of the best female bowlers in the Virgin Islands. I think I still hold that position up to today. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, see it there. You already got credentials already going on, and you starting out so early. And by the way, let's big up the Miaks because as a rat line we strike and strike again. So all people from the Miaks representing the Virgin Islands, big up to Ayo, and
Mm,
that's how we do
the
the thing.
best to ever do it. Yeah.
That's why I try to show everybody, man. Everybody always say, now don't get me wrong, HBCUs are extremely different than other diverse schools, I would say. But when you go to HBCU, it's just you get a feeling. Well, when you
It's a
sorry,
different type of experience, honestly. And I could speak on that because I didn't. My original plan was not to attend Morgan State. In fall of 2019, I actually enrolled into Sam Houston State University, which was a PWI, and it really just was not for me. Like that, I had no choice but to leave. So that's when I transferred to Morgan State, and yeah, I would proudly say that I'll never ever go back to a PWI school.
and
Like HBCU is where it's at,
I,
literally.
I actually I respect that because um it's just, I mean, when the way how you feel is like how I feel, and some people don't feel that way. But when you're there, especially when you're there to get an education, because
Yep.
people gonna be people, and people like to do people things. Although you're in school for an education, you go to, you learn your lesson, everything else come after. And especially us, when we, because we play sports, we're student first, and then an athlete after. You're a student athlete,
Exactly.
and then you
And
could be
as
a
we
regular person. Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. But as we speak about sports, so my some Houston have one of the best bowling teams in the nation. I wouldn't take that away from them. And that was my original plan to bowl for them. And I knew to myself that I had the skill, I had the experience, I could have done it. But that bowling coach, he wasn't allowing me to. Like, I wouldn't want to say that it was racist, but we can just have to label it as racist for now because there's no other reason as to why I couldn't. And that was why I chose to transfer because I was like, you know what, I stayed at this school, wasting my time. This is not my plan to just be here for education. Of course, I want to be a student athlete as well. So
Hmm.
I had no choice but to leave. And then when I left is when I went to Morgan State.
Well, I definitely respect any athlete, any student that make their decision, depending on what organization that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't feel comfortable in an organization, I think what you did is the right thing. Of course. And I mean, and you're the athlete and you're the student and you're in it, and I'm on the outside as we all are, and you're
Mm-hmm.
the one that has to be there. But as you say, you didn't feel comfortable there, whatever the situation
Nope.
was. Even
I
if
really
you try
didn't.
to talk about the situation, you left, you went to a better place, and it's okay to transfer, despite what anybody reason is. So here goes another thing. I actually transferred too. So yes, people. Well, some people do know or not. So I actually started off at Virginia State University, another
Okay.
HBCU, but
Another HBCU.
right, it was the reason why I transferred was two reasons. The first reason was the coach that was there, and athletes was so another thing before I got into that point. When you're a student athlete, right? A lot of times you base your school off the athletics, and then you just do the schoolwork, and then
Mm-hmm.
depending on
Definitely.
what organization it is, sometimes the coaches leave, new AD, just just whatever it is. But you usually pick the school from the sport that you're doing, and when
Doing,
something
yes.
happened different in that program that you don't necessarily like, or you just don't want to deal with, you say, well,
And
I
you
guess
leave.
this is my
Yep.
chance to leave too, and you try to go
Yep.
someplace else better that usually hopefully it accept you for who you are. And I'm not even talking to like being a they'll call you like a traitor or this like none of that stuff matter to me, man. Like I know who I am within my athletics, and I'm gonna go there, do my
Exactly.
thing, and go through my goals. Somebody who don't necessarily have those things, well, they gotta deal with that because I seen it. So I was there. I had a great time. That I did a couple of semesters there, and once my coach said my coach left after the first year, and a new coach came in, and he did okay. I just felt that I felt like I was at the level that I needed to be for Division 1,
Division
and
one, yes.
I wanted to get a little bit more. I wanted to be a little bit more competitive. So it was cool. Believe me, the school is great, but I made this decision to transfer based upon the athletic
Your goals. Yep.
right.
Your
So
athletic
I
goals.
wanted to go to Division 1. That's where all the big dogs at. I had opportunities to go to about 11 different schools. I happened to choose Florida A&M as mine, and I went there, had a wonderful experience within track and field. Although the track program that I got into was actually a little bit way different than what I was used to, but I made it happen
Mm-hmm.
and I stayed and I enjoyed my whole decision and when I was there, and that was cool. I can't say the same for everybody, but yes, I did transfer from one HBCU to a next
To
because,
another.
and let me tell you what, the work was a little bit harder too. So division
Yes, definitely.
Division 2,
I
hey,
remember
I
you
ain't gonna
going.
lie, Division 2 is good, it's cool. But I ain't gonna lie, when you get to D1, oh gosh, when I was like, what? I gotta study a
Yep.
little bit more harder, man. And
Especially in a major like mine, electrical engineering. Oh, Jesus.
yeah,
Lord, that work. I was at a D1 before, but like, it wasn't that bad. But when I went to Morgan, I was like, damn, this is work. Like, literally.
I know it.
Trying to change my study habits and stuff.
Man, the library was my spot, man. I learned so well, I had my own system down, and I was like, look, if I want to be in school and not pay for it, I need to do my work. So I used to
Exactly.
allocate.
That was me too. Like, I was like, listen, I have to keep a certain GPA in order for somebody to pay for this schooling.
I
So
telling you.
let me just do what I have to do.
Yes, and it's expensive, and sometimes I still wonder like why does it have to be so expensive? But that's a whole
Yep.
nother topic, whole nother story because we don't have all the facts. But I was able to get when I went to D1, my earned a scholarship, and they took care of those fees and expenses. And let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you, I was sure glad. But I did great. When you have medals and stuff, it was like an even trade off,
That's
right?
how you know. Yep.
That's what I try to show you. So nah, I'm glad me and you got a good chance to experience, or you're experiencing now HBC. And I was in
Mm-hmm.
school
Yeah.
X amount of time ago, which was, let me see, when did I graduate? 2012. So yeah, a good 8 years ago. I'm pretty sure school's a little bit
Yeah.
different now, and but it's all good. So about your okay. So when did you start bowling? When was why bowling out of everything? Like, tell me
Honestly,
how bowling
so
started.
bowling wasn't the only sport. It was. I used to play softball, baseball, and volleyball as well. But like, I started traveling more for bowling, and that's when I realized, like, damn, like I really love this sport. So then that's when that's when I was like, okay, I think I want to have a career in bowling. Like, I don't want to just do it for fun anymore. But I started bowling. I think I was 8, I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
my parents and I, we went on a family vacation, and while we were on vacation, we went to a bowling alley. And when we like we just been bowling for fun, and I realized like, okay, this is a nice sport, and I always knew that I had a junior league here. So I joined the junior league, and after that, it was just history, like literally history. Then my first trip, I remember we went to Puerto Rico, and I didn't do too bad, but I didn't do great either. And I
Mm-hmm.
was kind of disappointed. So that was in March. I will never forget. That was in March. And in December of the same year, I went and I set a goal for myself. I said I cannot come back empty-handed like how I did to that last tournament. And I came back with like I think it was like 6 trophies.
Oh
And
wow.
ever since, I was like, you know what? This is my sport. Like I have no choice but to do this sport.
So big. So your trophies was your motivation for the
Yeah,
sport.
exactly. Because it felt so good. You know when you get a feeling of winning, you
Yes,
don't
I
want to
do.
lose ever
Tell
again. So
I know.
I literally pushed myself, and I was like, okay, I have to get better. And then it had this big, really big youth tournament. Like I think it's one of the biggest in the world. It's called, and I always hear about this tournament, and I always say like, oh my gosh, I want to go, but I never convinced myself that I had the skill to go. So then
Mm-hmm.
when I was 15 years old, I believe, when I went my first time, I, I didn't do great, you know. Then
Mm-hmm.
my second time, I went back the following year, um, and that's when
Right.
I know I was like, you know, this is how I know that I'm improving because I set these goals for myself because I don't want to do what I did last year, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
I always do that. I went back this year again, and of course I went higher. Every time I go back, it's higher. Of course, I plan to go this year, but you know, Miss Rona, she can't do it. Um, that was this summer, but we're not going anymore. So
Understood.
yeah,
Um, you made a really good point that when you winning so much, I mean, it feels good.
yeah,
Like,
you
I
don't like to
mean,
lose.
your serotonin level up there, man. Your dopamine is high. You just like, man, winning is great, but when you lose and you like, shucks,
Oh,
this thing
mm-mm.
sucks.
That
So
feeling is not good. See, you just
wait,
yo.
we gotta be fair in this here too because we do understand that sometime when you lose, you get to understand. Well, okay,
Yeah, exactly.
athletes should. That's why I think that we learn certain things earlier than other people who don't participate in sports. Cause first of all, you work as a team, and yes, it only could be one winner, and but you learn how to lose too. It's a way good sportsmanship,
Yes.
whatever it
I
is.
I
Mm-hmm.
actually tell myself that I don't lose anymore. I either win and learn or I learn alone. Like I don't lose anymore. That's how I
So
put it because
you
I always
say
gain something.
you say you win or lose. Wait, you say you win on what?
Win or learn.
Win or
I don't
learn.
lose.
Win or learn. I got it. Perfect. You know what? I think I like it. So I'm gonna use those WL from now on. And not because you really when you learn